All right, everybody. Today we're going to be continuing dilations notes. Okay. So Diego is designing a square vegetable garden for his backyard. Currently, the dimensions for the garden are 10 feet by 10 feet. Diego wants to change the size of his garden or dilate it by either a scale factor of 2 or a scale factor of 1/2. Okay. So the original dimensions, and one thing that's very important is that Diego has a square vegetable garden. Okay. So this right here is a square. Well, I know that a square has equal side lengths all the way around. So if this is 10 feet and this is 10 feet, well, that must mean that this is 10 feet as well, and this is 10 feet as well. So now what's the perimeter? Well, the perimeter is when you add up all the side lengths around. So we're going to do 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Okay? That's going to equal 40. So our perimeter is 40 feet. Okay? Now our area is going to be side length times side length, or you can write area as side squared. And let me go ahead and write that. Okay. So let's see. Our area is going to be our side length times our side length, or length times width, whatever you want to say. It's going to be 10 times 10, right? Because we're going to take one side length and multiply by the other. So 10 times 10, or 10 times 10 like that. Or you can write area as side squared. Well, what was one of the side lengths? 10 equals 10 squared, right? And they're both going to get you the same answer, which equals 100. All right. So our area is going to be 100 feet squared. All right. So now let's apply that scale factor of 2. So whenever we have our scale factor, we're going to multiply our original values, our original side lengths, by our scale factor, right? In this case, our scale factor is 2. So 10 times 2 would equal 20, right? It's still a square vegetable garden, so it's going to be 20 feet all around. Here's another 20, 20, and 20. So again, perimeter is when you add up all the side lengths. So 20 plus 20 is 40, 60, and 80. Okay, so 80 feet. After a scale factor of 2, the new perimeter is how many times the original? Okay, well, how do I find that out? Well, I can use what we talked about in the last video, which is no, right? And what I mean by that is n divided by O, or go ahead and write this in another color. You do new divided by original. Okay. So we're going to take our new perimeter, and our new perimeter is 80 feet. So let's just draw that continuation. 80 feet divided by our old perimeter, and our old perimeter was over here, 40 feet. Okay? And 80 divided by 40 will simplify to 2. So after a scale factor of 2, the new perimeter is 2 times the original. Okay? So let's look at the area. The area of a square, again, you find it by multiplying the side length by itself or squaring it. So let's find it out by doing area equals 20 times 20, right? Because one side length is 20, area, you multiply it side length by side length for a square. 20 times 20 is going to equal 400. So our area is now 400 feet squared. After a scale factor of 2, the new area is blank times the original. Okay, well, how do we find that out? We do the same thing that we did for the perimeter. We're going to do no, right? We're going to do new over original. So our new area right here is 400 feet, divided by our original area, which is 100 feet. So now I'm going to do 400 divided by 100, which equals 4. Okay? So now let's apply a scale factor of 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to take my original values over here, 10 feet. 10 feet. And multiply it by my scale factor of 1/2, or you can say 0.5. Either will work. let's multiply by 0.5. 10 times 0.5 will equal 5. Okay, so now the side length right here is going to equal 5. Again, it's a square, so they're going to be the same all around. Perimeter, we're going to find by adding up all these side lengths. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 will equal 20. After a scale factor of 1/2, the new perimeter is blank times the original. How do I find that out? We do new over old, right? New over old. What's our new perimeter? It's going to be 20. So do 20 divided by old, which was 40. Okay? Alright. So 20 divided by 40 will simplify into 1/2. Okay, I'm starting to notice something. Now, the scale factor was 2, and the new perimeter is 2 times the original whenever the scale factor is 2. Whenever the scale factor is 1/2 or 0.5, the new perimeter is 1/2 times the original. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And now the area, again, the area is side length times side length. So the area is going to be, one side length is 5. So 5 multiplied by 5 equals 25. Our area is now 25 feet squared. Okay? After a scale factor of 1/2, the new area is blank times the original. Well, let's find out. Let's do new over old. Let's do 25, because that's my new area that I just found out, divided by my old original area, okay, which is 100 feet. That's going to simplify it down to 1/4. Okay, so 1/4 times the original. So, when I ask, were the perimeter and the area of the garden affected the same or differently after dilation? Explain. Well, the perimeter, we found that when it's asking for right here, the new perimeter is blank, or in this case 2, times the original. The perimeter, you just multiply by the scale factor, right? We multiplied 40 times 2 to get 80. We multiplied 40 by 0.5 to get 20. Okay? So we're multiplying, whenever we're looking for the perimeter, you're multiplying by the scale factor. Okay? But the area was a little bit different, right? If I multiply 100 feet by the scale factor of 2, my new area would have been 400 feet, but that wasn't the case. It was 400. Excuse me. All right, let me go back. If I multiply the area by the scale factor, it would have been 200 feet, not 400. But in this case, it was 400. Okay? So, what happened was we took our our scale factor and we squared it, right? The scale factor was 2 and we squared it to get 4. Okay, because, let me go ahead and write this in green. Our scale factor was equals 2. Well, 2 squared equals 4, right? That's how we get right here. Same thing over here. Our scale factor was 1.5 or 1/2. Scale factor was 1/2. When we square it, it equals 1/4. Okay? So, to find the area, you're going to square the scale factor and multiply by that number. Again, so let's look at this middle one. Our scale factor was 2. When we square it, remember, when you square a number, you're multiplying by the number itself, okay? So 2 squared would be 2 times 2, which is 4. Now you're going to multiply 4 by your original area, 100 feet, to find your new area, which was 400 feet, okay? So, when a figure is dilated by a scale factor of x, in this case, x is just our variable, right? It could be any number. It could be 1, 2, 3, 500, 600. We don't know, right? When it's dilated by a scale factor of x, its perimeter will be changed by a factor of x. And its area will be changed by a factor of x squared. And let me show you what I mean by that. So, again, our scale factor was 2, okay? The new perimeter was 2 times the original. Do you notice how the scale factor and the amount of times it is bigger or smaller than the original is the exact same. Okay, same goes over here. Look, scale factor is 1/2. The new perimeter is 1/2 the original. Okay, and then the area, we take the scale factor and we square it. 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, that's why the new area is 4 times the original. 1/2 squared is 1/4. Okay. So, for example, if a figure is dilated by a scale factor of 10, its new perimeter will be changed by a factor of 10. Remember, because the perimeter will always be changed by the scale factor. Whatever number it is, it will always be changed by that scale factor. Now, its area will be changed by a factor of 10 squared, and 10 squared broken down, okay, 10 squared broken down is 10 times 10 equals 100. Okay? So, let's continue this in the next video.